I dig it down now, but I don't really have to. Because you already know it's only one button. And this is it. I had read a dragon story before. I think that was like a bully kind of story. I don't know if that's the thing behind all these stories. But this one says, train your angry dragon. Hello, my name is Andrew, but you can call me Drew. I have a nifty pet by the name of Diggory too, and you know I'm gonna giggle every time I hear that name. Diggory is no common pet, like a goldfish, dog, or cat. Nope. Diggory is a dragon. Now what do you think of that? Oh, yeah, remember these books read like poetry. And these books inspire me to want to write books. Although dragon ownership is truly pretty swell, I have learned that it's important to train your dragon well. First, you start with common tricks like roll over, sit, and stay. Then you must potty train your dragon and teach him how to play the dragon like he's having a hard time. For instance, when I throw a ball, old Diggory can catch it. Throw a stick a country mile, and I bet you he will fetch it. I can put him on a leash and walk around the neighborhood. A dragon is the perfect pal if you train him to be good. But a dragon is much different from any other pet, for dragons have a temper and they pose a flaming threat. Have you ever seen a dragon? When he doesn't get his way, he throws a temper tantrum that is sure to ruin your day. My boy, like he got the butt bite out, you know, rubber ducky butt down there. I remember when I used to talk about my mini tantrums, yeah, especially when I first used to talk to my mom. And we used to laugh at it. He would be, how was your day? Well, I had less mini tantrums today, and we would be like celebrating that progress. Or sometimes I would get in the stage where we would say, but you know something, I haven't had like a mini tantrum for a few weeks now. Yeah. And that's the stage I'm at now. I have them very infrequently. Yeah. It's still a work in progress, but what I realize, and I talk about these things openly because I think we need to talk about things with regard to mental health and our wellness, our emotional well-being, and so on. When something happens, most often it will come on like I will be feeling overwhelmed. If something happens, perhaps my daughter might be on my nerves. You know, most likely I don't really, obviously I won't be having them at work. You see, that's a funny thing. And I don't really have a lot of challenges and problems at work, I must say. Remember, buffer zone. I don't allow low things, you know, in that space to really bother me. But once more often than not, it would be like something happens, something triggers me, and then I'm like, it's so much more than what's happening in this present moment, if you understand me. I always have to be the body to do this. And then I've been trying to do this now for the longest time. I don't feel like I'm getting this. So like if you step away from yourself and you sit on your go, you're like, oh, but just like look at you. Seems like you seem to be kind of frustrated. Like maybe you feel like you're not being seen or heard or valued. It seems like maybe you're neglecting yourself. Maybe you're doing too much, you know, focusing you're there trying to make everything all right. But what about you? Different things like that. That's something that comes with I say maturity, but most of the maturity it comes with a big sense of awareness. Awareness of self, coming to understand yourself, what sets you off, and you know, what you can do to avoid these things, what you can do to make yourself feel good and cater to yourself and so on. Like today I got it was supposed to be a pamper yourself day. I got as far as a nice shower and some nice body oil. And yeah. I guess I pamper myself with a good meal. I haven't really done anything else. So yeah, we talk about self-care and so on, it's so much more than just spa day, having a facial and so on. Self-care is like your boundaries and, get adequate rest. So that was a good way I pampered myself. I had a good nap. The kind of nap that you maybe sleep for an hour and get it and you feel a bit groggy and maybe you go to the bathroom or so you got, let me go and have nap time part 2. That's how I had that. That was wonderful. That was a joy. Yeah. All put together, you had like just under 2 hours of rest, and I needed that. All from last week, I needed that. So that was great. That was a high part of my day. Having a nap, give it a try. When you see an angry dragon you don't want to be around, for anything that's in his way, he'll burn it to the ground. First he huffs and puffs, then he fills his lungs with air, and I'm feeling like I need to do some kind of creative dance, and I'm looking at myself moving, and I'm hearing the drums, Anybody looking for the Cali Festa? This is like a regional, a coming together of different creatives, You have your dance, your writers, your performers, your visual artists. Yeah, different things. And when he breathes it out again, you really must beware. Diggory loves the swings and slides and seesaws at the park. He could play there all day long, from morning until dark. Yeah, I'm going to another picnic next Sunday with a lovely group of people. I'll tell you about it after the fact. Oh yeah, you had to be there, that kind of thing. But I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice time, good people. But once there was a line, and Diggory had to wait his turn, he began to look around for something he could burn. Look at Diggory doing the most though. There's a mosquito. I caught a whiff of smoke and I stood there most aghast. I had to think of something and I had to think it fast. So I said, when you must wait, here's something you can do. Think of all the times that someone had to wait on you. One day we met some other boys, but they weren't very nice. Diggory nearly lost his cool, so I gave him some advice. When you meet a bully, there's no reason you should stay. Don't burn them to a crisp. Just turn and walk away. Don't give them that power over you, right? But we always emphasize safety. If you feel you're in danger, you speak to an adult, you speak to someone who can help you. But in terms of returning this kind of energy pound for pound, don't do it. Like other dragons, Diggory hates when someone tells him, no, like, no cookies before dinner, no or no, you may not go. Diggory own way, you want to have its own way. Some of we big people like Auntie, we own way sometimes. So yeah, Auntie has some moments. When you don't get your way, slowly count to 10. Let me read that again for the people in the back. When you don't get your own way, slowly count to 10. It gives you time to calm yourself. You will feel better then. Another one of my affirmations or my things I read recently, I can feel my emotions. I'm paraphrasing. I can feel my emotions. I feel my emotions, but I don't like respond to them. I don't. Oh dear. I pause to speak. I don't just respond. But something to that effect. You gotta get fancy about it. But yeah, you acknowledge this how you feel, right? But you still, you gotta have some kind of filter. You still pause because with this, we can pull it back, so we want to be able to pause and be able to speak more mindfully, more thoughtfully. One day it was raining. I was sitting on like a plank of board on top of concrete block and it getting it getting a bit hard and uncomfortable, but I'm nearly finished now. You know, Auntie keeps it real. One day it was raining and he could not go outside. So Diggory stomped his feet. He pouted and he cried, I'm loving the rain. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely loving the rain. I have to get me some more soil. My little orchid plants coming up inch by inch by inch. Oh yes, they are. And the lettuce, the first set of lettuce, I think that's probably on its last legs now. The other side's still there. But the okras, yeah. Do you want to plant next? Tomatoes, eggplant? Give me some ideas. Kind of let me know what you would like me to plant. I think in tomatoes though. I mean, I have the green. Let me get something red, you know? From all the different colors. So I told him that when angry thoughts begin to fill his head, he can make them go away by thinking happy thoughts instead. So true. I watch a program, a lady she wrote a book. Once again, I have to come back and share the actual name of the fact, but it's like every thought captive. No, it's a gentleman that wrote the book, yeah. Every thought captive, taking every thought captive. And the point is, it's a Christian book, right? Knowing positive things about yourself, knowing who you are in Christ, and seeing yourself through God's eyes, and so on. So that when these thoughts, especially these kind of self-defeated thoughts, now I have them too, right? When these thoughts come, oh dear, what's an example? Alright, let me use the example of the house. I can never finish this house, you know? This time next year, I can still be in with this house. I can never get a better job. I will never get a new car. I will never get to travel to go to certain places. I always start things and not finish it. Remember, share with you. I'm on this wellness journey with all my workmates, and it's one thing she shared with me. Right, you're so courageous, you're so beautiful. I won't call your name now. I probably don't call it in a video, but I won't call it now. But I admire you so much for the courage and the strength you're showing on your journey, right? But as we walk and we talk, you know, one day she said, I am the person that always starts things and never finishes. And this is my article identify. As I always share freely with you. Like with the sewing, with my writing, with different things, right? Probably my auntie kind of peer down and get below surface level. You will find out what's at the root of things. These things don't just happen, so you understand, yeah. Gotta come to understand yourself. Yeah, you get to the root of it and then you find out what it is that's behind the behavior, behind these things. Right, but the point is, when you get this kind of negative self-talk, you have to be able to replace it with something positive. So when you like, I can never do this, I can't do this, I can't do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Right? Yeah. I'm the head and not the tail. I am wonderfully made. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm the apple of God's eye. Different things like that. I shall lack nothing. I lack nothing. I am protected. Different things like this. You can do it based on your faith. If you're running the Bible and so on, but I do a mixture, right? Sometimes I take straight from the Bible, and sometimes I do as like general affirmations and so on. Yeah, especially in terms of my creativity and so on. Next time I'll bring my book. I'll bring my book and read some of them for you. Yeah, I will do that for you. I share, bearing my soul before you know. Yeah, I'll share some of that. I think if I could think of any off the bat, so no. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the pressure of it now. Let me see. It's actually such a nice moment of stillness. So some people that new to my channel must be like so bewildered at times. Like maybe you're trying to follow me, you came on trying to follow me with this story, and here I am with all these life experiences and this stillness, which I know could be awkward for some people. It really isn't awkward for me. It's something I embrace. As I always say, everything I do, it must flow. I don't force anything in life. So if in this moment I feel let me pause to be still and then finish reading the story, that's what I'm going to do. All things are working for my good. That's a good example, right? Or some people might say everything is working out for my highest good. So at least for those of us of faith and so on, you can understand we have our plans. This is like my plan. And this is like God's plan that I can't even hold it. I extend my arm. I have long arms, right? At least tall. And as far as I extend my hand, my arms, I still come up short in terms of trying to grasp all that God has in store for me. That's a perfect example. So even in terms of things that we would like, and we think that this is what I want, and it seems to be too big because it's not working out. It seems to be too big because we really limiting ourselves and we don't even know. It's just that we want everything no, 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 and this way, this way, this way, But it's coming. Greater things than that are coming. There was another one. The things I've been praying for and begging, the things that I've been begging for, I don't even want anymore. Something like that. Because now I have received so much more. I've received something so much greater. So different things you could apply in terms of career. You could apply in terms of like your love life and your relationship. You could apply it in terms of like the physical, in terms of the house, the car, different material things, different things. So there are things that will suit you in different aspects of your life. In terms of relationships, like another one. I actually pretty encouraged and proud of myself that I'm remembering some now. As I pause to be still, see where you must pause. The right people feel at ease. Um, yeah, there was one I shared with my. Did I share that one? Right? Yeah, I think I did. With Mo, your steady presence is healing. Once again, that could be something like relationship, like love relationship, or even just a friend. It could even be a family member. It could even be someone you have in your life professionally. But the point is the consistency, the reliability of the person, right? It's healing. It's like a safe space for you. Anyhow, when I get started with these things, and it's very big in terms of her wellness, her mental health, different things like this. And when I get started, boy, it's like come back and come back. You're supposed to be reading. So let me finish and head downstairs. Alright. I hope you enjoy my company. I didn't plan to spend so much time up here. Yeah, but I really enjoy this time here. Diggory loves it when he plays with other girls and boys, but he forgets his manners. When he has to share his toys, Diggory doesn't want to share. Instead of getting mad, here's what you should do. Just treat the other children how you want them to treat you. How simple life can be. A temper is the type of thing a dragon should not lose. That's why I taught my dragon some tricks that he could use. They have come in very handy for my good friend Diggory Doo. Perhaps when you feel angry, you can try them too. That's the end. And there are a whole set of other Diggory books here, right? Potty train your dragon to be kind, teach your dragon about consequences, train your dragon to accept no, fix your dragon's attitudes, get your dragon to try new things. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful book that obviously not just for children. The dragon is like person on the inside of you, you know. You have to listen to your inner child. Definitely, you know, that person on the inside that's always there below the surface ready to erupt. Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon. Remember that movie? I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna go downstairs. I go downstairs. Should I sing a song for you? This is like 20 minutes into this video. Let me do a fresh one if I can think of a song.